10 days ago, the mama dog showed up at my house with a whole bunch of adorable puppies. I never expected them to bring so much joy into our lives. At first, the mom was super aloof. She didn't even look my way. That calm, collected attitude paired with her cute face, I couldn't tell if I was impressed or just totally amused. I wanted to break the ice with this cool queen. So I snuck back inside to grab some snacks, hoping she'd accept my peace offering. But nope, she stayed frosty and walked away like a movie star. The puppies, though, total opposites. They were like, "Fool, you're family now." As soon as they saw me, they charged over like fluffy little wolves. Their eyes sparkled like, "Got snacks? Please say yes." Tails wagging, eyes full of hope. They were the cutest little foodies you've ever seen. It didn't take long for us to become inseparable. They were so friendly and at ease. It felt like we'd known each other forever. Watching them hop and tumble around the yard, they became the highlight of my every single day. These snack-loving pups only had breakfast on their minds. They didn't even notice that their mom had quietly slipped away. So I left the door open, just in case Mama Dog wanted to swing by. Who knows? Maybe she's dropping in for a visit. Guess what? Our frosty queen finally let her guard down. She snuck back in to nibble on the food I left out. Caught her red-handed. I couldn't believe it. I actually won the heart of this proud mama dog. But then, a new thought hit me. What if these little guys never want to leave? I couldn't help but laugh at the idea. So I found an old wooden creek and built them a cozy little den. If they really do stay, at least now they've got their own space. Honestly, who could say no to soft, squishy puppies like these? I was completely smitten. She really does things her own way. Like she owns the place now, no doubt about it. The next morning, they were still in the yard. Talk about the best kind of surprise wake-up. Honestly, who wouldn't want neighbors this adorable? Mama dog was already busy prepping breakfast for the pups. The puppies all piled in like a fluffy frenzy, nursing like champs. It was like an all-out milk battle, chaotic and adorable. Some pups snagged the best spots, looking all smug, while others kept wiggling in, trying to get a turn. The scene instantly turned both adorable and hilarious, like watching a fluffy food battle. The little ones actually lined up in 2 neat rows, lying beside mom to nurse. It looked just like a cute pet breakfast buffet in action. While slurping away, the puppies kept kicking their tiny paws in rhythm. They drank so seriously, while mom quietly stood still. The whole moment was heart-melting and so sweet. I couldn't help but smile. Just as Mom was calmly feeding, she suddenly jumped up out of nowhere. She dashed off, leaving the pups looking completely confused. It was like they all had question marks over their heads. Huh? Breakfast isn't over yet. Once they realized what happened, the pups took off chasing her, their little legs scrambling behind. With one graceful leap, Mom hopped right onto the couch. The pups could only circle helplessly below, looking totally defeated. In that moment, Mom looked like she was playing hide and seek, so playful and full of life. Who says being a mom means no more mischief? This doggy girl clearly hasn't outgrown her playful spirit. As soon as Mom quietly snuck off the couch, boom, the pups spotted her. So she had to switch to full-on hide-and-seek mode, leading the little tails on a chase around the house. Mom tried to dodge them, but those fluffy shadows were stuck to her like glue. Cornered with no way out, she suddenly leapt right back onto the couch. Then she started digging and nibbling at the couch cushions like crazy, super fast and intense. It was like she was trying to tunnel into the couch to escape her clingy little fans. The whole thing was ridiculously funny, like a comedy skit starring pets. Seriously, you just couldn't look away. But those puppies, still not giving up. They all squeezed under the couch in a fluffy pile, eyes locked on their mom above, like little hunters lying in wait, ready to ambush mom for milk at any moment. 疑问都是张大派 to get away. They didn't budge an inch. They're just the most determined little foodies ever. It was both hilarious and heartwarming, totally impossible to stop watching. Time really flies when you have puppies around. Before I knew it, it was already day 3. First thing in the morning, they all sprang up, ready for their milk. Like little alarm clocks, right on schedule. They scrambled to mom's side, each with their own unique pose. Their little mouths moved as they nursed, making soft, delicate sucking sounds. They even let out tiny hums while drinking, like they were savoring the perfect breakfast. And me, I was busy too, watching them eat so happily, while preparing a little snack for mom, who worked hard all night long. While the pups enjoyed their milk breakfast, mom definitely deserved her own nutritious snack break. I gently handed her a piece of her favorite treat. She chewed, while occasionally glancing back at her babies. Before long, Mom switched back to her usual escape mode. She jumped swiftly, whoosh, right back onto the couch. She moved so fast, the pups didn't even know what just happened. In an instant, the puppies redirected their target straight to me. They dashed toward me on their tiny legs, wagging their tails like mini fans. As soon as they got close, they let out the cutest little barks like they were running toward a joy dispenser. They all scrambled to climb into my lap. With their clingy energy and round, chubby bodies, they were just too cute to resist. Every time I'm surrounded by this fluffy crew, I can't help but laugh out loud. Having this kind of company in life is such a blessing. I quietly pulled out a little treat from behind my back. It was like someone turned on a switch. All 7 puppies swarmed me at once. They formed a perfect circle, eyes blazing with excitement, sniffing and licking non-stop. It felt like they were competing in a who's the biggest foodie contest. Meanwhile, I was fumbling to feed each one in turn. But with just 2 hands, how could I keep up with 7 fluffy food monsters? The whole scene was a mix of chaos and pure joy. Fast forward to day 4. The little crew had turned into a full-blown wrecking squad. I woke up to find them surrounding a blanket, tearing into it like tiny destroyers. They were having the time of their lives, treating that poor blanket like a victory prize. Each pup was fully immersed in their mission. One tugged at the corner with all its might. Another scratched at it with both paws. Their focus was so intense. You'd think they were on a top-secret mission. They were moving so fast, the blanket practically turned into a playground in their mouths. In seconds, the room was a total mess. Even when I walked in, all they did was glance at me with wide eyes. Then went right back to ignoring the bystander. They were just too busy having fun and being their carefree selves. Watching their misc, I couldn't help but burst out laughing. With companions like these, every day feels like a joyful little adventure. Once they'd had their fun, it was my turn. They started inviting me to join their playtime. One by one, they jumped onto my hands. They gently pawed at me. Some even nudged my fingers with their noses, like they were trying to have a little heart-to-heart with me. They circled me eagerly, sniffing at my hands with their tiny noses. Seeing them so full of joy and innocence, I just couldn't resist their charm. The love from these little ones is completely irresistible.